enemies. Attack!
I want to knock you down. Or actually, do you just reflect or block? If you block, it's not a big deal.
Good choice.
That's fine. And then just attack you, and we get the all-out attack.
Keep it up.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now!
Already got Dominion, luckily. No, I'm not going 5 hours. It'll be midnight. Oh, whoops. It'll be midnight by the time I go 5 hours. That's why I said I think we're gonna save it. I mean, that just means we could start next stream with the full moon. That's even better, honestly.
There are 3 enemies.
The mass majority of the time we start stream with Tartarus.
Now's your chance.
It'll be interesting to start a stream with a full moon. I don't think that's ever happened.
The enemy is down.
Now's our chance. Let's go.
I don't think that's ever happened. Maybe once. Only once, if it has happened.
The enemy's down. Let's finish. You'll fall by my hand.
Am I streaming tomorrow? No. No? Yeah, no, I'm not. Thursday's a toss-up. I'm definitely going to be back on Friday if I'm not back on Thursday, because on Friday, Kirby comes out. No stream tomorrow. If I do stream Thursday, obviously Persona 3. Friday would be Kirby. Saturday, I won't be able to stream, unfortunately, and then Sunday would be Kirby again.
There's one enemy, and it's powerful.
We're just gonna toss up. We're gonna switch between Kirby and Persona until Kirby or Persona finishes. Obviously. Or depending on how long they go, maybe I'll throw in a third playthrough if I want to, but at this point, we're not starting anything new till March, other than, well, Kirby counts, but other than Kirby, we're not starting anything till March. Any Zyonga user? Oh, I got rid of Thoth. So I don't have Lightning on Minato anymore. I have Akihiko. I thought I didn't have Akihiko, but I don't have Koromaru, is what I'm thinking of. Not the arrow rain. That nearly killed my protagonist.
I've been waiting for this.
But yeah, I was originally going to start something this week, but like I thought to myself, it probably wouldn't be a solid idea.
Guard up at all times.
So I didn't.
Only one enemy left.
Especially because I'm busy enough as is. I'm limited on stream days as is. Like, why would I? I want to use something to heal Minato before I like get a game over. Yeah, bead. That's exactly what I need.
Providing support.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Kirby's Return to Dreamland. That should be really fun. That's going to be a nice trip down memory lane. And also just, you know, playing a platformer and the Kirby game again would be really... It's going to be really fun. Blue flag. The crit strat doesn't work because they repel physical.
Mitsuru-senpai is unconscious.
How is Minato alive? I'm gonna leave Mitsuru down for a little bit. Just to hopefully kill this turret. This turret is really scary. Ooh, yeah. Nice shuffle time. I think I'll take the cup here. The blue cup. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, we'll be getting some new stuff coming up soon. Over here, I'm still looking for this person. And they're gonna force me back to the entrance.
There are 3
like they
enemies.
always do.
Be careful. That's the way.
Incredible!
Alright, well.
I summon thee! Only 2 remain.
Wonder what this Master Fist that Akihiko's gonna get. Hopefully it's like a good physical move.
2 enemies left.
Fire!
Because Akihiko is really struggling with decent physical moves. Still only has Sonic Punch. Which is so outdated at this point. Nice. Hey, level 50. Dude, I love that the max courage thing is called badass. I like that. It's really funny. Is that one of the ones who went missing? Yes. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, where's this other person? Okay, perfect. Those are floors we haven't explored. Yes, I know if you leave a party member dead during battle, then they are tired. I do know that, yeah. That was a problem in the early game. That was my biggest issue with Persona 3 early game. Because if a character was dead and they got tired... Especially because, like, your party members were limited. If you only have 4 party members and 1 party member was tired, it would affect your performance. There's no bench XP in this game, but at least you can, like, switch characters around. Although that's not really ideal now because, like, Yukari and Junpei, for example, are, like, so low leveled. But at least I have Koromaru at a decent level. So if, like, Mitsuru got tired, I could switch Koromaru in. But yeah, I did know about that. That was my biggest issue with the game in the early game. Tired hasn't really been a problem. Tired mechanic has been not a problem since like
The enemy's down.
20 hours
Let's
in,
finish this.
probably, give or take.
You'll fall by my hand.
It's still annoying, but like, I mean, it hasn't really come up enough at this point. It's kind of like, it was more of an early game problem than it is a problem now. Would I like the game better without it? Yeah, probably, but like, it hasn't really been an issue at this point of the game. Like, we haven't really been tired all that much. No, I'll find out what the Master Fist does. I'll find out what it does eventually. Either I can look at it, or I can...
There are 3 enemies. Be careful.
Or I can, I'll just wait till I learn it.
That's the way.
You've improved.
Honestly, I'd rather wait till I learn it just to see what it does.
The enemy. Use Patra or May Patra
I
as
summon
Aegis.
thee.
I should probably use Lee Patra or Patra on
Enemy
Aegis.
to go.
The enemy's down. Let's finish this. You'll fall by
Perish?
my hand.
Kept everyone equal throughout the game. Main character was higher level as a result, but got to do more fusions as a result. See, that's interesting because I guess technically you could keep everyone balanced. Not to mention, I have the XP, Persona 4 and 3. 4 did this for the Steam port, and 3 did it for this port. They
This
have...
ability is special. Even I don't know what it will do.
Sorry, Fuka, I wasn't expecting you to talk.
But it could potentially turn the battle to your favor. Please let me know when you would like to use it.
Alright, I'll take a look at it. What was I saying? So, Persona 4, the Steam port added like an XP modifier, which basically increased the output XP, and it was a godsend because Persona 4's level scaling was not very great. And there was no bench XP.
A surprise
Persona 3, this port, has the same thing, which I'm using. But even still, the level rate in this game is nothing compared to 4 with the XP rate. So, like, I cannot imagine. It would just result in a lot of grinding.
2 enemies left.
I feel. If I were to keep everyone balanced. It's a lot easier to use, like...
I failed to finish it off.
It's a lot easier to use, like for example, my team is basically Minato, Aigis, Mitsuru, Akihiko, and Koromaru's like a good enough level, so every now and then I'll switch in like him for one of the characters I'm using now. But like, I cannot imagine switching in every single character. Let alone without the XP modifier that I'm using, which even with the XP modifier, it still feels like a hassle to keep everyone together level-wise. Personally. Which I just wish there was bench XP. It'd be the simple solution. Especially with this game, I feel like it relies on you to switch party members because of like weaknesses, certain bosses, certain characters being bad for bosses, certain ones being good for bosses.
It's weak.
I feel like it kind of like enforces that gameplay, but also at the same time, no bench XP kind of like makes it annoying. Just adds a little too much, I guess, grind to the game. IMO.
Two enemies left.
Also, man, I can swap the party members as needed. I more or less did teams with characters and used them as a unit for leveling up. Okay. I guess you could do that. I guess you can have like a really weak character. Like if I wanted to take Junpei, I guess I could, I guess I could just take Junpei and have Aigis and Mitsuru, and since they're so strong, Junpei would get a lot of XP. But like, that seems like a big hassle to me. It's gonna have the Reaper, but I'm going to take XP here because I like cannot pass up XP. Which I did that in Persona, when my recent Persona 4 playthrough, I did something similar. I can't get the clear reading. Can you go a little higher? I did that in Persona 4. My recent Persona 4 playthrough, I used basically, except Teddy. I didn't use Teddy at all. Everyone else I basically used, some more than others, but I switched them around. But also, I feel like the XP modifier in Persona 4 was a lot more generous. So you know. Persona 4's XP modifier was a lot more generous, and I'm glad it had the XP modifier because 4 had an annoying level curve for bosses and enemies. And 3 is not much better, but you know.
There are 2 of them. Attack! Give me a sec. I'll scan the
I think at this point this is what I'm gonna stick with. I'm just gonna use these. I use these 4, and then Koromaru is still in the back. Like we use him every now and then. Like I was just using Mitsuru, Akihiko, and Aigis in the last Tartarus run, and now I took Koromaru out for Aigis for a little bit.
Still alive.
Okay, I was gonna say, are these guys?
Multiple weaknesses.
Oh, fire! The one time I don't have Koromaru.
Proceeding.
I know I have Agi demons with Minato though.
That's the last one.
Yeah, that's another thing Raptor said, that rather have been in Tartarus. That's like, Tartarus is like not bad, but I cannot be in Tartarus for long periods of time. I find it very boring to be in there for long periods of time, which is probably another reason why I would not be up for the grind. The dungeon crawling of Persona 3 and 4 is probably the worst parts about them, which is odd to say because you're like, oh, it's the gameplay. It shouldn't be the worst part. But I get sick of the dungeons in Persona 3 and 4 really quickly if I'm in there for long periods of time. Persona 5, I don't have that problem because Persona 5, the palaces are fun to explore. And even though Mementos is randomly generated, Mementos at least has the Morgana bus, which you can, like, tackling the shadows with the Morgana bus was pretty fun. So it was still interesting compared to Mementos, or not Mementos, Persona 4's Dungeons and Tartarus. I sense something above you. I can't see what it is exactly.
There's someone on this.
Got it. Oh, wow, that was really quick.
There are 2 of them. Attack!
Ba-ba-bum. Yeah, Yukari, you refuse to use healing in FES. Right. The whole FES thing.
Good choice. The enemy is commenced with an all-out fatal strike.
I like Persona 3. I think Persona 3 is going to... I mean, I even, like, again, I haven't seen the full story yet, but I still think... I don't see much that they can do. Even if the story's, like... Even if it gets really good, like, the whole climax and everything. Because, like, overall, I think I'm interested in Persona 3's story. It's just really slow. Other than that, I'm interested in it. Like, I don't hate it. I feel like the Shinjiro Ken thing was a little weak storytelling-wise. And other than that, it's really slow. But other than that, I think the story's, like, solid. Although, like, it's just really slow and nothing... I feel like not enough has happened. But I do think, at the end of this playthrough, Persona 3 is going to be my least favorite of the 3. I do think that's gonna be how it is, I think. But that's not to say it's bad, because I do really like Persona 3. I think it's a good game. Despite my, like, you know, few annoyances with it. I do still really like the game. Honestly, I think I'm going to, I would probably one day do the female route. Way down the line. Because, like, I mentioned how I'm doing it, I did it concurrently, but also that's for my Platinum Trophy. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did the, female route at some point. But that wouldn't be for a really long time.
There are 3 enemies.
Regal Mother?
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Okay. Probably win. Alright, no win. Got it. Mabufala. Actually, didn't we fight these enemies? They look familiar.
Proceeding. It has multiple weaknesses.
Ooh, lightning, okay. So Akihiko's gonna be handy
There
here.
are 3 enemies left.
There were 3 enemies the whole time, Fuka. Hate to burst your bubble.
I've regained my honor.
Regain your honor, Akihiko.
Persona! And
Ba 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 ba.
I don't lose. I couldn't finish it off.
Are you okay?
Don't have Ouroboros. I don't know why I have Ouroboros in the first place. Oh yeah, it's because there was an enemy that was like weak to wind or something. And I don't have Yukari.
Proceeding. 2 remaining.
Oh, apparently these enemies are from Persona 4. That doesn't surprise me. They like reuse the same enemies.
I
One,
defeated
don't
an
let your
enemy.
guard
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember the enemies. I did my Persona 4 playthrough like, it's been like 10 months?
Persona!
Almost a year? Not quite a year, but almost a year. I don't remember the enemies of 4. All I remember is the dice. I remember the dice shadows. And the king enemies. But like, the enemies don't stick with me from Persona 3 and 4 all that much. Obviously, Persona 5 and SMT games have the demons, which I greatly prefer as enemies. I'd rather have those be the enemies than these shadows.
There are two strong enemies. Attack!
Are these?
It has
Yeah, you're weak to insta-kill.
two enemies left.